DOT over the counter, Osprey Funds set to launch Polkadot Investment Trust. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Win with Ryan, where we search the crypto headlines, surf the crypto markets, and surf the world. So in this video, we are going to be covering urgent news for Polkadot. So we're going to go over some Polkadot news today. Actually, some really good news for Polkadot. And we are then going to go over the actual live charts for Polkadot. We'll get a price analysis of where we see Polkadot going. We're going to then go into the live charts. So we'll take a look at the daily, we'll look at the 4-hour and the 1-hour live charts to see what is going on in the short term and where we see Polkadot going in the long term as well. And then we'll also go ahead and cover the CoinMarkets-Pro score, the Vortex score for Polkadot. We'll get the whole outlook on the ecosystem and see what it's looking like. So here we go. All right, so in this article by Andrew Thurman, over the counter, Osprey Funds set to launch Polkadot Investment Trust. Let's take a look at this. Accredited investors will soon have over-the-counter access to a investment trust. In a market once dominated by a handful of BTC vehicles, there are now a growing number of products offering investors access to gains from popular altcoins like Polkadot. Yesterday, Osprey Funds announced the launch of the Osprey Polkadot Trust. The fund will be available to accredited investors with a $25,000 minimum, is set to be listed on the OTCQX market as soon as possible per a press release from the company. Coinbase will serve as the fund's custodian. The fund will give investors access to one of the largest layer 1 smart contract chains via familiar rails, and joins a growing list of digital assets equity investors can now gain exposure to. The appetite for the next generation crypto investment vehicles is only increasing, said Osprey CEO Greg King. Osprey is just getting started on a series of compelling investment funds that will provide access to some of the most exciting coins and tokens. Osprey has positioned itself as a competitor to investment giant Grayscale, which currently offers 14 digital asset investment trusts per the Grayscale website. Osprey's OBTC fund boasts a 0.49% management fee, which they claim makes it the lowest cost publicly traded Bitcoin fund in the United States. The choice to offer a Polkadot fund may be in an effort to gain an edge on Grayscale. DOT is not among the assets Grayscale offers funds for, and it isn't part of the large cap trust, despite being the 4th largest layer 1 smart contract token by market cap, meaning Osprey may be catering to a market demand that isn't presently serviced. King told Cointelegraph that the decision to offer a DOT fund was part of a vote of confidence in growing ecosystem, as well as an effort to offer a wider range of digital asset investment vehicles. Our decision to launch a Polkadot Trust next is both a vote of confidence and also addresses the market's need for access vehicles. We believe Polkadot shows significant promise and is still in very early stages. Every product we launch will be something the Osprey team has researched and believes is a sustainable crypto project with significant investment potential, he said. Polkadot is among the growing number of non-Ethereum chains that have been seeing a spike in organic developer activity. Earlier this month, 6 top ecosystem projects joined together to create an index token. Pint and Clover Finance made DeFi migration easier with an Ethereum to Polkadot bridge. So this is actually really big news for those major investors out there. So personally, I do my own trading. I don't get involved in any funds when it comes to this type of stuff. I do my own research, do my own investments, but a lot of the major traders, a lot of the institutions like to have an opportunity like this. So is this something that you see is a pump for Polkadot? Is this something that can help the ecosystem? This is pretty major news. Let's go take a look at the charts now and see what's going on with the price analysis for Polkadot. All right, so here we're going to talk about DOT, USDT, the price analysis here. And by the way, currently DOT is listed as the 7th position by market cap for the top 10 cryptos. So DOT is the number 7 top 10 market cap coin on the platform right now. Also, don't forget, by the way, our merch is now available. I am winning hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, and phone cases. Just simply go to iamwinningstore.com, iamwinningstore.com. So .USDT, Polkadot's dot relief rally is facing resistance near the 20-day EMA, $35.54, which suggests the sentiment has turned negative and traders are selling on rallies. The bears will now try to sink the price back down below the critical support of $26.50. The downsloping 20-day EMA and the RSI turning down from the downtrend line suggests the bears are at an advantage. A break below the $26.50 support will complete a large head and shoulders pattern, which would signal the start of a deeper correction. Conversely, if the bulls do not give up much ground from the current level, it will indicate buying on the minor dip, and that will enhance the prospects of a breakout of moving averages, resulting in a rally to $42.28 and then a retest of that $48.36 level. So let's take a look at this chart. So as you can see here, the 20-day moving average has definitely taken a dip. It's on the way down. The 50 moving average is flattened out and it is starting to slope down just a little bit. You can also see here we have a downtrend line in the RSI, and the RSI is in the very, very much oversold territory there. Well, let's go take a look at the live charts and see if there's any difference on what has happened over the last couple of hours for Polkadot. All right, so here we have the daily chart for Polkadot. And as you can see, yesterday ended up doing a reversal and ended up running up nicely all the way to finish the day off at 36. And then it came back down to that 35.98 mark. Today, the new candle has just started about 4 hours ago. And this thing is also moving in the positive territory. You can see that it actually came down today and it went and grabbed some seller side liquidity before heading back up and continuing its up move. Also, positive news, the RSI over the last few hours has definitely gained some momentum. It's at that 49.50.72 mark right now. So it is starting to go up. On our EMA ribbon signal, if you guys have been following the channel, if you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed. So you can see we have that call on the long all the way back on November 18th for Polkadot, and it's been riding that nicely. Obviously, we're in a major consolidation point right now. And then we had that massive breakdown in the entire market just a few days ago, came back to support, bounced off of there though. What we're really hoping, which we were talking about from the article, is that this does not come down and turn these ribbons back to a sell side on the EMA ribbons. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. All right, so even more good news. So for a couple of days there on the 4-hour chart, it was riding a sell side signal, and that was starting back on April 17th. It had a major pull down, and then it started gathering steam. And on the 4-hour chart, the EMA ribbons just flipped literally an hour ago. So we are looking like we may have some major upside headed our way for Polkadot. So as you can see, the move has started up. Now, the one thing that I don't like for the immediate look here, and we talk about this a lot on this channel, and what's really weird is it's actually lined up with this line that we've had marked here for quite some time. But whenever a large move like this happens on the 4-hour candles, that is called an imbalance. There's an imbalance in the market right here. And what that means, and the reason I say that is if you look at the candle before the massive move, there's no wick. Okay, the wick went right here and it stopped. And then it came down and finished the down move. This thing, the next candle after that, just rocket shipped up. And then this one came down and only grabbed a tiny bit of seller side liquidity before heading back up and making the up move. So a couple of things. One, we do know that it has just turned positive, and it's also on the 4-hour, a 65 on the RSI. So very positive signs for the short term. What's potential going to happen though, is it's going to come back on a pullback in the next couple of days, and it's going to suck up that missing gap there. So let's take a look on this 4-hour. Where is our 50% mark from this candle wick? Okay, so from this candle wick, we go from there to the bottom of that candle wick. So the day before to the day after, or it's not day, but the 4-hour before, 4-hour after, And our 50% level is literally right where our previous 50% level was. This is at $34.50. So let me show you something where we started. This candle was way back here. And we have it marked off. This was days ago. Just want to show you guys how this plays out though, okay? So this was all the way back when we called this out, all the way back March 24th, okay? So on March 24th, this thing had this massive pullback and it continued for 2 4-hour candles in a row. But what we did is we went and marked off this candle specifically because we here at our channel, we want to see positive. We're not short selling anything. We do day trade, but we're not shorting anything. We're holding and we're looking for positive momentum and we're looking for uptrends. But as you can see, we took this candle here and there we go, stretched out a little bit there. We must have gone from the daily on this one. All right, so there we go. So now we have the candle marked off. The 50% level is right there. Okay, so the 50% level of this candle, actually let's delete that and we're gonna remark this just in case. Well, no, that was the 50 anyway. So, okay, so sorry for the confusion. We're gonna take the horizontal ray, we're gonna line it up. So as you can see, there's these dashed lines. There's these dashed lines in there. That's at the 50% level, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our horizontal ray, we're gonna line it up right there inside that 50% level. And we knew that this, once it finished the bottom, we knew that it was gonna come back and test that, right? And if you take a look at this, now we called this a long time ago and look what happened. So after it finished its down move, bounced off that support, headed its way back up, look at this. This is literally not a support anywhere either. Like there's no support line. This is nothing. It created a resistance though, right at that 50% level. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that for so many candles in a row because it hit the imbalance and just kept going right there. Okay. So what I'm worried about is that's going to come back and get us on this one. So if we take a look now at this 50% level, and the 50% level from this wick to that wick is right at that same exact level, essentially off by what? Let's see here, 55 cents. It's off by 5 cents. So the difference in 5 cents. So what does that mean? Well, this imbalance needs to be filled. Is it going to be filled like this 4-hour candle? No, because in fact, we got some positive momentum. We got the RSI, we got good news. So what's going to happen is we're going to see a continuous move for a few days in the positive side, and then it'll come down and collect that liquidity inside of that candle. Now we also even have one down here at a lower level. Let's mark this one off too, because it may come back and snatch the liquidity from that one as well. A second, so there we go. And this only works on these massive candles. And the reason why I'm saying this one is a potential, because on this side, it has not come down to clear that out yet. It's got to come clear that imbalance. So we go here, pull this down to that wick. So now we're from this wick to that wick, and the 50% level is right here at $30.69. And we're going to mark that one as well. Boom. All right, so now that one's marked. All right, so these are going to be liquidity zones that we're looking for the price to come back to. And if you go back and back test this like numerous times, you're going to see that it hits like every single time. It'll go back and it'll clear out that move. So in fact, here's where it's probably going right now. So in the short term, we have a gap that we can look for. And subscribe to the channel and then challenge me on this and see if this works or not, okay? So here's where our next move in the very short term is gonna go. So if we have this here, the bottom of that wick, we go to this wick, boom. So we're looking at $39.58. We're gonna be right in that area. And that is where it's gonna come collect. Okay, so we're going to delete that now. So the fib's not in the way, but now watch this. The price is on its way there. It's going to go there. Like literally, this is not financial advice, but more times than not, what's going to happen is this is going to finish up here and it's going to hit this line. It's going to do one of two things. We're going to continue, or it's going to check and it's going to come down and it's going to clear out that liquidity, or it's going to come clear out that liquidity. So keep an eye on that. Right now we're in the long position. The 4-hour candle has flipped long. We're going to check the vortex score in just a minute. Let's look at the 1 hour. So as you can see here on the 1 hour, we do have some good news on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is currently riding nicely along that 200 hour. So this is the 200 moving average, the yellow, and it bounced, and it has fully moved past that. And you can see that the ribbons have been a long call on the ribbons since April 25th. So quite a while in the positive zone, right? Before it switches to negative. Now, the only thing that I'm watching for right now is we have the 1 hour. We have the 1 hour RSI at 70. So again, like we've talked about numerous times on this as well, if it gets up into that 80, 85 mark, we can look for it to come back down. And then it's probably going to come back down to this level, if not all the way back down to this level. But our next target right now, where I think it's going, because momentum is taking it that way, is that $39.60 level. So I'm going to leave these things on here so that way we can test these, and we will see as far as back testing here once the next run for Polkadot comes out, once I do another video on Polkadot here shortly. But that's where we're going. So it's going to go up to 39.50, come back to 34.75 or $30.75. So that is what the fundamental or the technical analysis, go back and redo that. So that is what the technical analysis is showing us on the charts. Now let's go take a look at that vortex score. All right, so here we have the Cointelegraph Markets Pro vortex score of 71, which is awesome because anything over 65 is always a good signal. And if we look on the daily, so all day today, it's been in the green, which is good. And if we look, it started making its move green from the orange back here on April 28th. It had some good news for a day. And then all of a sudden the price started moving and the score is still high. So the price could still continue moving. Also the news, Polkadot and Kusama ecosystems are heating up with parachain auctions on the way. So good news there. Listings, good news there. All kinds of great stuff. Also right here, 11 hours ago, dot over the counter. So all kinds of positive news is coming out, which is good. And if you look at the fundamentals, the actual information about it, the market cap is up 10%, so nothing major, but you got 34 billion, putting it at the number 7 coin by market cap. Volume is a little down, right? So volume's down 19%. So it's $2 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours. It's usually up from there. And then the tweets are down as well. So everything's looking good for Polkadot. The score is good, the move is good, and it has room to go like we talked about on the live charts there. So that is Polkadot in a nutshell. Some good news, some good moves, but let's see where those price targets hit. Let's see if they go and fill those imbalances and see what happens there. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go get yourself a hat, support the channel. We could use the support. Just go get yourself a hat. I am winning. And then that is at IamWinningstore.com. Peace.